Hi. So on one question this week, I'm going to talk a little bit about, what do you need to know right now for the recent NewsFeed changes that Mark Zuckerberg from Facebook announced the other day. So the NewsFeed in 2018, from what we know, is that Facebook's making a move to go back to more meaningful interactions. The Facebook stock did take a little bit of a plunge, so it's a short-term move from Facebook to essentially future-proof its platform, to go back to what it was before we got, the roots of a social networking service and not so much of a media outlet for, marketing related content and ads. So it's, from what Mark said, at the moment, it's crowding out the personal moments that lead us to connect more with each other. And in its efforts to secure more of a better future for Facebook, what we're going to see is less marketing content and ads. And we're going to see its ad spend growth decline, which is why the stock price took a plunge recently. And what does this mean for advertisers? So if Facebook's newsfeed is going to have less content from marketers and ads, it means that we're going to see more content from friends, family, our personal connections, and the stuff that actually is meaningful for us. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this develops over the next few months. So they said the rollout will occur over the next few months. And because there will be more content from friends and family, that means that there's less ad units available to advertisers. Doesn't sound good for marketers like us or ad agencies that really focus on driving really good results through Facebook for our clients. So the reason why I say it's interesting is because it's an auction. If there's less ad units and therefore less of a supply and demand remains similar or grows, it means the price per ad unit is going to go up. So it's going to become even more of a expensive place to advertise. But because Facebook's made moves to then reduce the number of ad units, it means that it's going to become a really, really much better experience for users as we go back to what Facebook was before, where there were much less ads, and our engagement should theoretically increase because we're seeing more of the content that we want to see, from our personal connection, and therefore our what we call dwell time is going to increase. Those moments where you're sitting looking at your phone and you're just stuck on an endless loop of random videos is going to increase. So because the dwell time is increased, that also opens up more opportunity equally, because if we're spending longer on Facebook, it means that there are still equal opportunity to see ad units that would come up in between looking at the content that we do want to see. So time on Facebook increases, ad unit decreases. So it's really going to be interesting to see how that plays out. But not so good for advertisers in the short term until we see what happens with the CPM prices, the CPC prices. But it just means that future is going to continue to be, or has made moves to improve its experience, which means it's going to be around for a really long time, and it's going to retain its user base, and it's going to become even more meaningful to people. So super excited to see how that develops. And we may also see, different ways that, advertisers can reach their audiences through Facebook's other platforms. So, Messenger, WhatsApp, and even Instagram, to try to make up for the changes in the newsfeed within Facebook itself. So I truly believe that, if as a brand and as a company, whoever you may be, if you do use Facebook to produce high quality content, and it's genuine content, it's not just promotions and offers continuously, you should see benefits or enhanced benefits from this. Because if you're creating quality content, it means that, you've got a strong follower base, which means that you will take these people through with you through all these changes. And although there may be less ad space, there are still opportunities to enhance dwell time that may come from this. So it's going to be super interesting to see. So I believe that's all we really need to know at this point. It's going to be super interesting to see how the pricing fluctuations change and how the newsfeed will actually look in the future for advertising. So thanks for listening. I hope that answers, what you need to know right now. But at the moment, potentially maximize this opportune time at the moment to maximize the amount of ad units that are currently available until those changes happen. So thanks for listening. If you found this content useful, please drop a question anywhere, Facebook, Instagram, message us, call us with a question, and we'll be sure to pick it up in next week's video. Thank you.